Hi, this is Regina Y. Favors with PreSingles Counseling. This is part of my PreSingles Counseling Coaching Curriculum, where I design lessons and case studies based in the psychology literature on different topics. This PreSingles Counseling is targeted to three types of individuals. The first individual is a person who is interested in becoming single. That means that person is not necessarily interested in dating or entering the marriage market. The second individual is a single individual who is interested in entering the dating market. And then the last individual is a single dating individual who is interested in marriage. So take some time to listen to this lesson and or case study. Please leave a comment and I will reply. In addition, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you are interested in further topics. This is PreSingles Counseling, a PreSingles Counseling Coaching Curriculum. Thank you for visiting the channel. This lesson is subject to fair use, where I will comment, criticize, offer research, as well as teach and provide scholarship. Single women should be knowledgeable about what it means to be single and how to navigate their singleness regardless of a decision to date or marry. This means that single women should take the necessary time to learn about their singleness, set academic, professional, and personal goals, and contemplate whether they are ready to enter the dating market. Single women should never enter the dating market without a goal and a plan. Therefore, one of the most important aspects of being a single woman is that you can plan your transition, establish a time schedule, set mating preferences, and learn about how men and women date. PreSingles counseling is based in a decision to enter or exit singleness. PreSingles is the time period between single and contemplation of dating. There is a difference between being a single individual and being a single individual who has entered the dating market, which includes the sex market. PreSingles counseling reflects the processes by which an individual researches, learns, and plans to navigate life either as a single, a dating single, or a single interested in marriage. So PreSingles defined. PreSingles counseling is defined as the research processes and planning for entering a state of singlehood. The main target audience is 18 to 45 years of age, man and woman. However, middle school to high school students are considered. Processes include single to single. So that is that transitional time prior to entering the dating market at any age. Single to dating single, that transitional time prior to considering marriage. And then single dating to marriage, that transitional time prior to and after premarital counseling. PreSingles counseling is the immediate strategy of adopting life plans to manage the self as a responsible individual adult up to and including a major life change. So here are some pre-lecture discussion questions. So are you single? This question means single without separation or dating rotation or on again, off again, boyfriend, or any other romantic relationship, including rebounding and dating. Why are you single? Are you enduring a recent separation from a romantic partner? Do you plan to remain single? What are your plans to change from single to a member of a romantic couple or marriage? Do you have a financial plan as a single woman? And you will see throughout this lecture, this orientation course, that I focus most, if not all, of the topics on having a financial plan. We oftentimes make unsound decisions based upon the fact that we don't have enough money, or we are looking for money, or we are looking for someone to cover us and we are not covering ourselves financially. So keep that in mind. You will see throughout this orientation multiple references to financial planning. Pre-discussion. So what is your SWOT? So I'm using SWOT that you would normally see in business as a way to get you to engage your own personal SWOT. So what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities? What are your threats? So after each section, I will ask you what your SWOT is. So let's look at the academic plan. What is your major? And then how have you prepared for transition? The major, a lot of people say in my classes, well, I haven't picked my major yet. Well, we don't live in a time anymore where you can sort of play around with that idea. I'm going to pick my major, when I'm ready to pick my major. All fields now are becoming specialized. And so you need to have some kind of clue about what it is you want to do so that you can go on ahead and begin planning your way through it. And then also you need to know if you are prepared for that kind of field. Do you have the mindset, for that kind of field? And so how have you to date prepared for your transition? Meaning that you are going to graduate from high school. So why haven't you already applied to colleges? I had this problem. I thought I was going to go into the military. So I didn't plan for college. And so I should have planned for a number of things so that if one thing didn't work out, I had another thing to fall back on. And when you don't have something planned, you end up making yourself vulnerable, which also makes you end up taking anything that falls into your lap, even if it's negative. So academic plans must include an objective beyond high school learning. What are your plans to increase your knowledge capacity? You have an existing knowledge base, which includes everything you learned at home up to and including high school graduation, as I noted. Where will you now take yourself? Where will you take your head? Wherever the head goes, the body follows. Academic plans must include a transition objective to move from one state of mind to another state of mind. What are your 2-year plans between high school and college? What are your 2-year plans between junior year and college graduation? Never let anything just happen to you. You know you are going to graduate. Mark the year that you begin 2 years of planning. Academic plans must include a research objective to determine what is required for your field during and beyond college graduation. So what are internship and volunteer opportunities appropriate to the field? If you research a job description regarding your intended career objective, and that position requires X now in 2020, then what do you think it will require when you graduate in 2 to 4 years? Assess what you will need for now and for later in 2, 5, or 10 years. So if you have a particular field that is very specialized, and you go to any sort of job announcement, it can be Indeed, it can be any job announcement, and you see that the companies are asking for X number of things that you need to have through either education, experience, internships, or something like that. Just think to yourself, if they are asking that in 2020, and at the recording of this is 2021, if they are asking for those X things, what do you think they're going to be asking for right after you graduate? That's what happened to me. I majored in English, and my goal was to get a BA, MA, PhD in English because I was just going to become a professor. I am a professor, but when I was burnt out and I didn't attend school for doctoral studies and decided to enter the workforce, the workforce had really changed due to social media. Social media made it all about company branding, social media exposure. So I didn't have those skills. I had to, sort of self-study and become a freelancer. But I realized that my degree was appropriate for my particular field, but it was not competitive for any other field. That I would have needed to pair it with something else, maybe technology or law, any of the social sciences, business or anything like that, so that I could enter the workforce, the business workforce. So that was a setback for me. So when you're thinking about your field, today that technology is a major factor in hiring. There is no way around that. It is a major factor in hiring. So you do best to have a minor in computers or something like that, or take some accounting courses or business law courses, anything that will help you to get your foot in the door to entry level, and then you just continue to take more courses if you want to move up. So knowledge check. So for academic plan, considering your academic, professional, and personal goals, especially in pursuit of financial stability, answer the following. So what are your academic planning strengths? What are your academic planning weaknesses? What are your academic planning opportunities? And what are your academic planning threats? So one of your strengths could be that you do very well in planning out your courses. And in planning out your courses, you position yourself well to learn, which results in high grades. One of your academic planning weaknesses could be that you only focus on your major courses. Now, in some regard, if you're going to become expert in your field, you need to have more courses in your major than any other courses. But it depends on the industry that you decide to work for. If you're going to work in a business industry, you need to have some business courses as well. What are your academic planning opportunities? One of those opportunities could be to assess the field, or choose the industry that beyond a shadow of a doubt you want to enter. It could be healthcare industry, it can be hospitality industry, it could be the academic industry, higher education industry. So you take that time to figure out which of the industries would work well for you. And all you have to do is give something 2 to 5 years, right? Because right after college graduation, you're still learning about yourself and learning about your fields, your industry. So give something 2 to 5 years and then plan your way from that. What are your academic planning threats? One of those threats could be essentially not truly understanding the field to which you are preparing to enter. So you take tons of courses, but you're not focused in directing those courses to a single goal. That will be a threat. So conclusions, beliefs about mistakes. So I don't have a full conclusion. I just thought that this right here, this quote from the film Unfaithful, was very important. When I put this presentation together, I thought about it. The movie had just come on HBO, so it was very fresh in my mind. But this is the conversation that Paul Vartan is having with Connie Sumner in Unfaithful. Richard Gere was her husband. And she was talking about mistakes or something like that. And Paul Vartan made a very interesting statement that I did not catch all the times I have watched this film. I did not catch it until now, and it could be because it was for me to catch it now. There is no such thing as a mistake. There is what you do and what you don't do. And it is as simple as that. It is black and white. It is not issues of gray. That there is the thing that you do, and then there's the thing that you don't do. And so if Connie did not want to have an affair, then she didn't have to do it. There was nothing that forced her to have an affair. She forced herself. She sought it out. She visualized it. She sought it out. She made the call. She visited him multiple times, and she had an affair. Period. She had already had an affair in her heart, emotionally, even before she got there. But there is no such thing as a mistake. There is what you do and what you don't do, and that's what I want to leave you with. That even if we're not talking about affairs in this pre-singles counseling coaching curriculum orientation, that if you find yourself getting into the dating market and the sex market, and then you get pregnant or something like that, and you didn't intend for that. You say that out loud. I didn't intend for that. I wasn't planning for that. Well, you actually were planning for that, because if you didn't use any protection, right, you were planning for it. But this is something, if you date with purpose, if you date with a goal, as a single individual, this will help you to hedge against that particular issue. If you don't want to have sex to lead with a baby, then you need to push for the partner to use contraception, or you need to push for yourself to use contraception, or perform a number of strategies like the pull-out game. I don't know. But this is you living a single life with purpose, with a plan, with a goal, so that things like this just don't pop up. And you say, oh, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I should have done better. Okay. Because you can't say that all the time. Once the child is here, that's the rest of your life. Once you get with the wrong partner who might introduce you to drugs, that is an addiction that's going to take some time to get over and resolve. Once you get involved with somebody that you finally and fall in love and find out that he's married, that's hard to get out of. You can get out of it, but it's hard to get out of. So that's why it's important to think about being single, understand, date with a person, establish objectives, because if you don't, you're going to find that what you do in your personal life is going to affect your academic and professional lives, especially your professional. You don't want Paul Vartan to come visit you at your job because you waited too long to cut it off, right? So I'm going to leave you with this as you think about your singleness and whether you want to stay single to single, whether you want to begin dating single to dating single, or whether you are interested in marriage, single dating, or dating single to single leading to marriage, right? So that's something that I want you to think about, and I thank you very much for listening to this lecture. All right, so hopefully you were able to gain insight from this video discussion. Please like, subscribe, and visit. So please like the video, hit the notification bell for more discussions. I am re-uploading all of my audios, so I needed to make some changes to them. You can visit my website for more content at reginayfavors.com. If you want to send me an email, you can send an email, reginayfavors@yahoo.com. Please also purchase the book. It's going to come out in spring 2021, so I had to make changes to my book to update it, and I also updated the title. So the original title was Bait, Hook, and Switch, Confessions of a Rebound Girl, and I have updated the title to Toxic Encounters, Why People Pursue Rebound Relationships. So right now I'm still basically editing it, and I want to make it available in spring 2021. So thank you very much for visiting my channel, and I am Regina Y. Favors. Have a great day.